I noticed while eating lunch that, Kentucky got beat by Indiana on Saturday, and by Wednesday we're using red and white plates. Can you believe that? I always, when I come out to this area, I always remember we sold this area to Worthington Custom Plastics in about 1994. And at that time, when we sold the property, we didn't even own it. So after we sold the property, we had to go out and negotiate with the owners to purchase the property that this place sits on today. I've been in economic development for quite a few years here in Kentucky. It didn't used to be that Kentucky would, according to our statutes and legislation, we couldn't help existing industries grow and expand. We had no incentives for them. And the Bashir administration, when they first took office, made it possible for us to give incentives to our existing industries to help them grow and expand. And I guess that's why we're here today, because the Commonwealth of Kentucky and the local government was able to assist Wilbert Custom Plastics in helping them expand for this operation. So we give a lot of credit to the Bashir administration. They had their inauguration yesterday, and the governor noted that his top priority is to create jobs, and he's going to do that by creating new jobs with new industry, and also try and save jobs with existing industry. So here we are the next day announcing a great project, and this is a very, very proud day for Marion County, because I know that at one time this plant probably was on the list of those that were looking for other opportunities. And so we're proud of the fact that we're here today and announcing this project. I'd like to introduce Tony Wilder. Tony Wilder is the Commissioner of Local Government for the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Through that department, a lot of our incentives are run. Tony was joking on the way in. He said, I might as well put an office here in Lebanon. And we said, we got an office downtown for you, and you're welcome to locate here. You might remember Tony. He was county judge executive for Boyle County for 14 years, and now he heads up the Office of Local Government. Tony? Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Tom thinks I was talking tongue-in-cheek. I really meant that. We're going to have to set up an office down here, I think. As I've said before on previous visits, you all get it down here. You understand that important private-public partnership that makes these kinds of projects successful. And we're so proud at the Department of Local Government just to be an instrument of the governor and lieutenant governor to make sure these things happen. And I tell you what, we enjoy coming to Lebanon. We hope to come back, and I think we will. And your leadership here, the local leadership, along with the private sector economic development units, work so well together, and this is why we're here. It just doesn't happen by happenstance chance. Those kinds of things happen to be in place. Now, I'm going to introduce someone who probably needs no introduction to you all, but during his long and distinguished public service career, he has demonstrated that he's a pretty fair economic developer and job creator in the past. As you all may know, if you've been to Louisville over the last few years, you've seen wonderful, wonderful things in Louisville. And ladies and gentlemen, our new Lieutenant Governor, first day on the job, Jerry Abramson.
Thank you all. Thank you all very, very much. I ought to be applauding you all. First thing, it's great to get a paycheck. You all understand that. As of today, I'm on a payroll, and that's important. So it's great. My wife's happy, my son's happy, everybody's feeling good. But the applause goes to you all because you got an outstanding company here who has been working with an outstanding automobile company. And the reality is, when you stop and think about it, without the productivity and the skills, Greg, of the men and women in this room, and the 150 more that are going to be hired as a result of the arrangement, the agreement between this wonderful company and Ford Motor. You all make the difference. You all put out the product. You have the quality care. That Q1 really means something. It means something to Ford. It means something to anyone in the manufacturing business that truly appreciates manufacturing, the success of manufacturing. This company has been here for many years, 2002, I was told. And then when Wilbert Plastic Services picked it up, and then the next thing you know, expansion, marketing, an opportunity to show folks what they can do, and now moving into the automotive area with Ford Motor Company is a big step. When folks in passing say 150 jobs, that's 150 families who are really going to have a chance to join with you and provide for themselves and for their kids. And then the pride that you show in the products that you put out. I was telling the president and CEO that my wife and I, this is our third set of Escapes that we own personally, or that we lease. We don't own anything. We lease. And so every 2 or 3 years we get to go out and get another one. So we've had this, we're on our third round. This is a magnificent vehicle, this new one, first time I've seen it. I've seen pictures, but I'd never seen it, been able to sit in it, touch it, feel it, and it's really special. I think it's going to do well, and that really bodes well for you all with the opportunities to provide not only here, but also the plant in St. Louis for another Ford vehicle. So it's a special time. You know, remember that automobile, the industry itself and suppliers makes up thousands and thousands of jobs here in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. We've really staked our claim on making sure that people realize that when you're looking for a location for automotive development, manufacturing, and providing the kind of supplies and the kind of support, Kentucky's the place to be. The great access in terms of roads, and most importantly, the great access to people, men and women like yourselves, skilled, prepared to go to work and do a really fine job in terms of productivity. So the governor, who was unable to be with you today, although, as the commissioner said, has been here often. I was looking at the companies that he has been to either cut ribbons on or to announce, and whether it was PDCI or the R.I. Shriver Company or the Curtis Mariarusa. Did I say that right? Maria, okay, that one, yeah. And Montebello across the street. But I hope you realize that all of the announcements that the governor and the economic development team have been making are not just new companies. I mean, that's why we're here. We're working as diligently with existing Kentucky companies to grow and to expand. We used to spend an awful lot of time trying to bring new companies into the Commonwealth, and we really didn't feel that we were doing as good a job in helping our already existing companies grow. And that's when the governor made his proposal 2 years ago, and the legislature supported his leadership, and that gave us an opportunity to change our incentives so that we could truly work with existing companies in Kentucky to grow and offer them the same type of opportunities to invest in Kentucky and to create jobs as we do for companies that are moving in from outside the Commonwealth. And it's made a real difference. And the Community Development Block Grant that has come into the city of Lebanon, into your county, that it then comes into the Industrial Authority to help with the decision by the CEO of this wonderful company to expand and grow this business. That happens because this governor makes a decision that this community and this company really can grow and expand and be successful in the future. So that's what it's all about. We congratulate the decision maker. Thank you, Greg, so much for making the ultimate decision. We also want to make sure that folks remember that good things don't happen like this by accident. It takes a lot of people to work together to ultimately bring it about. People like Tom Lund, whom you met, who runs the Industrial Authority here. People like the Marion County Judge, who's sitting up here. Thank you so much, Judge Mattingly, for your leadership. People like the Lebanon Mayor, who's at work today, but has done a yeoman's job as a part of the team effort. Tony Wilder, the Commissioner of Local Government. The Secretary of Economic Development and his staff, Larry Hayes. And don't ever forget that you've got 2 state legislators who are always up in Frankfort working on your behalf. Terry Mills is here, and we appreciate Terry's consistent drumbeat for this community and his district, and you can see all around you what it means to have a state legislator like Terry on your side, carrying the message time and again to the governor and hopefully now to me, that we can work together. And your state senator also joins with us. So it takes a team. Nobody can do it by themselves, but you all play a really major role, and I wanted to make sure that you knew how much the governor appreciates what you have done and continue to do. So I want to take a moment. I want to call Greg Botner up. Greg, I want to make sure that you have something to remember the Commonwealth of Kentucky when you're in North Carolina. Got confused one day, went to North Carolina instead of Kentucky. Could have come here. We'll work on bringing the corporate headquarters here next.
Turn left instead of right.
Turn left instead of right. That's exactly right. We're going to give you a little bit of Kentucky, which is a mint julep cup, so that when on the first Saturday in May, and you put a little of this and a little of that in, and you see that the greatest 2 minutes in sports, you'll hopefully remember this wonderful community and this wonderful state. We certainly appreciate your leadership and support. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It'll be a lot of this and a lot of that.